Good morning, August 14th. Psalm 92, verse 4 is our text. For you, O Lord, have made me glad by your work. Do you believe that your sins are forgiven and that Christ has made a full atonement for them? Then what a joyful Christian you ought to be. How you should live above the common trials and troubles of the world. Since sin is forgiven, can it matter what happens to you now? Luther said, "Smite, Lord, smite, my sins are forgiven. If thou hast but forgiven me, smite as hard as thou wilt." And in a similar spirit, you may say, "Send sickness, poverty, losses, crosses, persecution, what you will. You have forgiven me, and my soul is glad." Christian, if you are thus saved, while you are glad, be grateful and loving. Cling to that cross which took your sin away, and serve him who served you. I beseech you, therefore, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. Do not let your zeal evaporate in some little emotion of song. Show your love in expressive actions. Love the brothers and sisters of him who loved you. If there is a Mephibosheth anywhere who is lame or halt, help him for Jonathan's sake. If there be a poor, tried believer, weep with him and bear his cross for the sake of him who wept for you and carried your sins. Since you are thus forgiven, freely for Christ's sake, go and tell to others the joyful news of pardoning mercy. Do not be content with this unspeakable blessing for yourself alone, but publish abroad the story of the cross. Holy gladness and holy boldness will make you a good preacher, and all the world will be a pulpit for you to preach in. Cheerful holiness is the most forcible of sermons, but the Lord must give it to you. Seek it this morning before you go into the world. When it is the Lord's work in which we rejoice, we need not be afraid of being too glad.